Hey, what's up, guys? Little man with a big opinion here. I know it's been a pretty good amount of time since my last video. Just finished working at the BSA summer camp, and time wise, not really possible for me to do a bunch of videos. Uh, so I'm enjoying about a week and a half of vacation before the next school year starts. And so uh, I could talk about the news. I could talk about the prepping stuff that I purchased. Uh, I think I'll talk about the prepping stuff. So, the big thing that I did, over the last 7 weeks is I got a lot more exercise in. Uh, I started the summer off at 151 pounds, and right now I'm sitting at about 146. So, about a pound a week, which the last couple of summers that I've worked out at this camp, uh, what I'm eating and the exercise that I'm doing within my job role, uh, it's very well within my average. So, for all preppers out there, uh, I would say your physical fitness is probably one of the most important things that you should be doing right now. And uh, I swim a mile every Friday morning. Uh, I think my lowest step day was like July 5th at maybe 12,000 steps. Uh, but, the month of June, I walked 172 miles uh, and was averaging 15,000 steps a day. There were some days where I got closer to 25,000. Some days it's, right at like 14,000, but for the most part, it was 15,000 steps a day. Uh, so, from a physical standpoint, I feel a lot better. I've started taking more supplements and putting a higher focus on my, nutritional value between proteins, carbs, fats, sugars, all of those. And I can definitely feel a difference. Uh, and, you know, financial wise, when it comes to purchasing the food that I'm eating, it's not all that different. Uh, I think my food costs might have gone up about 2% to be eating better foods. Uh, and then I purchased some scuba gear. Uh, I don't have a full standard size uh, gear set just yet, but I purchased one of those little like 10-minute tanks, and it comes with a 12-volt compressor that can hook up to your car, or it comes with a hand pump. And so it's kind of a niche thing to have, but I've got it now. And I'm adding it to my prep list. Uh, and then each camp paycheck that I got, I was able to get, 3 boxes of 556. Uh, I didn't purchase any food stuff for the last, almost 2 months, mostly because the camp that I work at's about 4 hours from my house, so there was no point in me, uh, on my weekends going to buy, a bunch of food preps. But for this next school year, I'll do more videos that go in more depth on, the food preps that I put away. My prepping journey is also going to take a different turn as well, because on June 19th this year, uh, me and my wife had our first kid. So, uh, it's not just a financial thing and going more on the natural side. but we're doing breastfeeding. I do have 6 months of formula, like the formula powder, set aside in case the breastfeeding stops and we're not, you know, blindsided by the cost of, getting, formula. And we are also doing the cloth diapers. So one of the things that I'm looking at in the near future is getting some sort of, uh, like RV washer, something I can hook up to the battery bank that I have. That way, we wouldn't have to wash that stuff by hand if something bad happened. Uh, while I was gone at camp, we had really bad storms in northeast Texas, and a lot of the area lost power. So we did get like a 4,000 watt gas generator. Uh, and, that was a nice gift from the in laws because they were in town with her while that was going on. So, nice random prep item. Uh, and then uh, I have discussed with more of my friends. I got a few more subscribers on the channel because my friends randomly saw my picture and they were curious and they watched a couple of videos and we had discussions. And so the mag is growing ever bigger as more and more of my friends are also seeing that, they watch a few videos and realize, uh, the whole prepping thing isn't just the Doomsday Prepper show, that, those people almost seem a little crazy. Uh, I definitely like to be at the level that some of them are at, but uh, for most of them, they didn't even know it until they stumbled upon the YouTube channel, and then they started asking questions, and I gave them all the answers that they wanted, and uh, one of my friends, as camp was ending, uh, we video called, and they had gone to, like a surplus store and got like 2 weeks at MREs. Uh, and, he's mostly thinking about this from the standpoint of, well, I've gone through a situation where I didn't have power and I just kind of ate the potato chips that I had, and Whataburger still had power because it was on the same grid as the hospital, so I went and ate Whataburger. But it probably is a smart idea, to have something to eat in case everyone loses power, and I'm not trying to piece together something that I've got at my house. Uh, so it's baby steps, but it's going good, and we're having more and more of these conversations. Uh, I've already been talking with my brother about going camping here soon, uh, and all the different things that we have bought and prepared for a camping trip. Uh, so, the one or two videos I have of the bushcraft camp, uh, we are expanding it more and more. If you remember, I think I did a video where I showed off a sink that I bought off Facebook Marketplace for like $10. And it's one of those things that, if I went and bought a sink brand new, I think that same sink would have been, you know, about $75. Uh, and I've got all of the wood I need for it, from pallets. And we're gonna spend a little bit of money on some PVC pipe just to run it towards starting to go down the ravine. So the entire project is gonna cost less than $20, and it will allow us to, you know, wash our hands out at the camp, prepare food, clean dishes, things like that. And it lets us slowly set the camp up more and more in case that's where we need to bug out. Uh, We've got plans for storage out at the camp. I've got plans to continue to make news videos on what I see happening and how it comes from a prepper's perspective. Uh, but that's my little update. I know it's been at this point probably 2 months since y'all have seen a video, but those are the things that are going on with me. So, as all of you other preppers, my suggestion, and a lot of this stuff hasn't changed. Uh, the number one thing that you can be prepping right now is yourself. Uh, if you are obese, overweight, or just generally out of shape, then you should be dedicating, I'd say, at a minimum 2 to 3 days a week exercising for at least an hour. Uh, if you are not satisfied with your physical capability, then you should probably up that number to 3 to 5 days a week. Uh, if you feel like you are not prepared enough, and it's because of something financial, then you need to do something to increase your income or do something to take away your expenses. I've showed it several times in the past. You can see my little dot on my arm. I donate plasma most of the year. Uh, that's an extra $480 a month for about 20 hours of extra work, on top of the full time job, being a teacher, doing stuff with scouts, and hopefully getting better about providing videos for y'all and, taking care of a kid and fixing, we shouldn't have any excuses. We should get it done. Set a budget, figure out what you spend in a month, and figure out what percentage of that can go towards prepping. Even if it is only $20 a week. Or we could say you can spend $20 on prepping a month. You're doing more than the average American is doing to become prepared. Uh, I will link in the description down below some of the, or I know I've done a video in the past talking about free preps. I know I've done a video in the past talking about extremely cheap preps. So I'll link those in the description down below. They might come up in the description a little bit later, considering it's 4:30 in the morning right now. I just passed the baby off to the wife. I let her go to sleep at about 11, and I dealt with, uh, you know, keeping him happy. So I'll get this video uploaded, and then I'll probably go to sleep and I'll add all the things I need to add later. So, with that being said, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you enjoy what I'm doing with the channel, please consider subscribing. And lastly, if you have a friend or family member that would benefit from the discussions that we have in these videos, share the channel with them. And with that, catch you in the next one.